We can't stop here and take questions. Yes, my brother.
So, can a sheikh give to halqa will get women who are not wearing hijab?
Why are they not wearing hijab?
No, that's the question.
Yeah, he can.
So they should be wearing hijab before sheikh.
He can give them halqa if they're not wearing hijab. What would the sheikh do? What would the sheikh do?
Tell them to wear hijab.
No, lower from his gaze.
Oh, yeah, that's another question. So let's say, can I look at a woman who's not wearing hijab and not lower my gaze?
Lower your gaze. Who said you can look at her
So
without
I
lowering?
shouldn't have to lower my gaze even when the woman is not wearing hijab.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming all the hadiths you mentioned,
Yeah.
all the sahabiyah, they were wearing hijab.
Yes.
All these interactions, women has to be wearing hijab.
Yes. Did Rasulullah said? No. There were markets, there were kafir women, there were mushrik women. Show me where Rasulullah said, don't look at them. They were not wearing hijab. Kafirs and mushriks. They live next door. They are in the market. Rasulullah said, don't look. And he will come with us. It will come with us that Rasulullah Al-Fadl ibn al-Abbas was looking to this woman and he kept turning his face to the other side. Yeah, you cannot stop yourself from looking. This is the problem with us. We think by looking and you see a woman, khalas, you committed haram. You cannot close your eyes. When you see a woman, you know she's not wearing hijab, then you lower your gaze. If there is sisters, they want to learn about Islam. They're not even making salah. They're Muslim, but they're not wearing hijab. They want to learn about Islam. Do I tell them, no, sorry? They grow up, they don't know about Islam. Sorry, I cannot be with you till you wear hijab. That means I don't know my deen. Sit with them, lower my gaze, and teach them how to wear hijab and the rulings of hijab. Where? Hello, this brother. The only things to be shown are the hands and the face. It did not say that. You correct, but they will do it in a way. They will better turn around and do it. Yeah. You keep digging, huh? Sisters, inshallah. Any question? No? Yes, sir.
In Masjid al-Haram, there is a separation man and woman.
Yeah.
Sometimes the women sit at the back, but there is a line.
Yeah.
So, in your answer, are you saying there has to be a line between, or there is no line?
In the time of Rasulullah, there was no line, no partition, no nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. We come up with this. Yeah.
Why?
The Haram is not Hadith. The Haram is not Quran. Are we following Quran and Sunnah, or are we following the Haram?
No, but there is enough ulama.
No, Haram is to organize. Give me one Hadith. We're talking about Quran and Sunnah. If to organize it and make it easy and accessible for the sisters and give them more privacy, yeah, that's fine. That's why we do that. Give them more privacy. In Tawaf, do we separate the brothers from the sisters?
No.
Yeah, you're right. I see where you're coming. Yeah, you're right. To organize, even in our masjid. Yeah, we can organize. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. As long as we have the right understanding, and sister said, Sheikh, we want like that partition. There is some sisters, they have newborn babies, they want to breastfeed. Some sisters want to change her hijab. But when we are doing a dars and you are explaining like sujood al-saw, they cannot even see what's happening. So we're explaining this, then let's get organized like the brother said. In the Haram, they have partitions, yes. They have separate areas, yes, to make it easy for the sisters. Wallahi al-Azim, you've seen my life. See how did you feel when how many times you got pushed almost to fall on your face? What about the sisters? Wallahi, some brothers, may Allah forgive all of us. Wallahi, making tawaf, they're almost going to kill each other. What about sisters? At least on salawat, they give them their area. If they don't give them, what are they going to pray? So that's good, my brother. I agree with you 100%. Not to use it as a proof, but to use it as a proof to show it doesn't prevent us from getting organized. And if that's what it takes to give the sisters their rights and give them that flexibility, it becomes mandatory. ما لا يتم الواجب إلا به فهو واجب. What is mandatory, if it cannot be achieved except whatever mean, that mean will become mandatory. If the only way, the sister said, this is the only way we can pray, this is the only way we can turn, putting the protection will become mandatory. ما لا يتم الواجب إلا به فهو واجب. I'm glad the brother is like Allah khair. I'm glad you broke that one. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Well, this one.
Can you just repeat the question brothers asked?
Oh, yeah. Forgot. Brother mentioned, Jazakallah khair, very good point. And I like these points because they are something that's happening. We need to understand. When you go to Haram, there is partition, there is lines, so we have to understand one step by step, like me and my brother went together. Step by step. During the time of Rasulullah, was there any barriers? Was there any partition? Was nothing. But there was a partition. There was a partition. Which one? When Rasulullah used to finish the salat, the hadith will come with us. He will remain seated until the woman leave. So that's the partition. And the man have to remain seated until the sisters leave. Then the man will leave. We should do the same thing. Let the sister pray there. Salaam alaikum, alaikum salam. It's common practice. All the brothers remain seated doing tasbih. All the sisters, they should know after salam, let's, alhamdulillah, give the brothers space to leave, inshallah. So Jazallah khair, that's what he asked. And he brings it. Why is it there? Does it have of course, should have a proof. There is no proof for any partition or anything done in the time of Rasulullah. You will never find it. But to get organized, to get the sisters what they deserve, it becomes even mandatory. Yes.
Yeah. So I actually have two questions on the same one. So the first thing is, would you please elaborate more on the hadith you mentioned? The Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Al-hayr الرجال أولا."
Yeah.
And what if the part of the sisters, some of them they want the separation, and the rest they don't want it. So in this case, which one you should go?
Yeah.
Because actually that's a case in the mosque here in Austin where there is a big argument about the section which should be there or not. And actually, I know that some of the sisters they stop going to the mosque because they don't go to partition.
See, there is a masjid where there is no partition. Some sisters stop going to the masjid. Some request the partition. It has nothing to do with the practice of the deen. What is the deen? Like remember said, either we know more than Rasulullah. We have more taqwa than Rasulullah. We know more than Sahaba. We practice more than Sahaba. What is this nonsense? Where is it coming from? Now, if the partition, like my brother was talking, Zallah khair, if it's going to preserve and give those rights, it becomes mandatory. But for a sister to come and say, if there is no partition, I don't want to go, so sister, alhamdulillah, feel free. You can go.
There is a partition, but there is some of the sisters they move. And actually the mosque is small. It's so
small masjid, there is no.
Yeah.
So whatever we can accommodate. If the partition is causing fitna, we can remove it. Yeah, there is questions that we have here. What is the ruling of mixed gathering? There is a hadith of Rasulullah that we mentioned. The hadith of Rasulullah said, خير صفوف الرجال أولها وشر صفوف الرجال آخرها. The best row for the man is the front one, and the worst of them is the last one. Does that mean worse in any negative way? No, that's not what it means. If that's what it means, nobody would stand on the last row. We will have no last row. And the worst row of the women is the very first one. And the best is the very last one. Why? Because when you are the last row and there are sisters behind you, you're going to be hearing, you're going to be interrupted. So some Sahaba, they would get to talk to each other, and Sahabiyat will talk to each other, because that last row with the other first row, they are close to each other. So you're going to be very tense. There is immediately my sisters behind me. In your salat, you try your best to have your khushu'. And you don't want to do anything that, am I offending my sister? Are they okay? Are they not? Plus, remember, Sahaba radiallahu anhum, most of them, they used to have one piece of fabric, one piece of garment. And it was very, very difficult for them in salah, to be honest with you. That's why those in the last row, they are having difficulties. That's what it means. It doesn't mean it's a bad rule, don't stand in it. You'll be sinning or anything. No. It puts you in such a discomfort. And the first ones who are immediately behind the Sahaba, they'll be like, man, we better do it properly, we'll do it right. They will be very tense. So you put in like somebody in the front row when we were in school, especially in elementary. Nobody wants to sit in the front table close to the teacher. Because whenever you ask a question, you're the first one. You'll be like, I have to answer. We used to love to be on the back. So that's what it means. It's not that it is bad.
Is it an indication about a good reason for the separation we have these days?
If it was, do you think if it was Rasulullah would not? No. If it was Rasulullah would not do it. See? If they build a masjid, they can build a partition. Why did he not do it?
How big was the masjid of the Prophet?
Wallah, it was very small.
Like
In the beginning,
quarter of this masjid?
no.
I think 30 by 30, it was 20 by 20, 30 by 30.
Yeah, some maximum would be 30 by 30. That's max.
That's another reason why.
No, there was no reason. That's not. Rasulullah never even Rasulullah did not have did not have the partition, right? During the time of Abu Bakr, they explained the masjid.
Yes.
Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu, Umar. But during the time of Uthman, how big became the masjid? Big enough to accommodate most of them. Did he put a partition?
Yeah, I'm not saying.
No, I'm saying in general. So it shows you not only during the time of Rasulullah, all the Khulafa al-Rashidin, no partition was put. Shows you that's the practice, that's the understanding. Masjid was big, they never put that. It was not a common practice because everybody know what to do. Lower your gaze, remain seated. Sisters, when they finish, they leave. And Ibn Umar, when there was the first time the entrance was separate for the sisters. And Ibn Umar never entered from that door until he died. Becomes a separate entrance for sisters. He was going to come with us. Inshallah Rabbil Alameen. So there was not on the time of Rasulullah, on the time of Sahaba radiallahu anhu. It was not. To the end of Sahaba, there was not. So it was a common practice. And they come for the Jama'ah and the Isha. Let me take some of these questions, inshallah. في بعض الأسئلة هون.
Okay. I think the sisters also have.
Yeah. These have been here for.
Can you please repeat the questions?
What is the role in?
Can you repeat the questions?
He just said about the rows. First row of the man is the best. The last row is the worst. And the first row of the woman behind the man is the worst. And the last one is the best. And I just explained, it doesn't mean worse that you're going to be sinning. It just worse, it puts you in such a discomfort. Because if I'm praying here and behind me are the Sahabiyat, how would you feel? And the first row of the Sahabiyat, and right immediately in front of them are the Sahaba. How would you feel? You would be very tense. Unless somebody in the second, third, fourth, fifth row, they feel very comfortable. They are in the middle of the group, Jama'ah. So that's what it means. It doesn't mean it's the worst row. If that's the case, nobody wants to stand in the last row. So we're going to have one row from here to San Marcos. Just one row, we'll have one row. Khalas. So inshallah, this we'll come back, inshallah. What is the ruling on mixed gathering? It depends that's what we said. The mixed gathering is, what's wrong with mixed gathering? Why is it haram, the mixed gathering? Where it says it's haram. There is a mixed gathering everywhere. As soon as you leave the masjid, there is mixed gathering. Wherever you go. Is that haram? Any grocery store is a mixed gathering. Is that haram? Where a mixed gathering? When we bring the hadith, this Sahabiya was serving the food to Sahaba with Rasulullah were invited.
But brother, there is a caveat. They were all wearing hijab. Do you honestly think we can practice this this in age?
Yeah,
Or half of the women not practicing hijab and not everybody is going to load their gaze?
Why not?
You can have women in the back behind and when they're leaving, not everybody is looking.
Why would you judge the people? Yeah, if you practice and I practice, they'll be fine.
No, it's not fine. I mean, you have to.
What do you mean it's not fine? Brother, wait, hold on. Brother, hold on, please.
You have to look at the correct.
Brother, hold on. I presented the Quran and the Sunnah. Don't go past that and bring me anything else. You suggesting this, suggesting that. These are the teaching. They are following the teaching. Yes.
Where you have to know your gaze, you have to provide the environment. Do you think when somebody goes to international food or Walmart, they're loading their gaze? Be practical.
That's their problem. Why? It's not my problem.
So in our implement, in the the mosque, you cannot have mixed gathering.
You can't, brother, I have to stop you. You cannot say you cannot have mixed gathering. You cannot. You are legislating. You're saying you cannot. Brother, I'm not going to argue with you unless you present. Stick with the Quran and Sunnah. Don't tell me you cannot. No, you're not. You didn't mention no hadith, no nothing.
I'll give you an example. Quran says, or Islam says, lower your gaze.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You have to make it possible to lower your gaze.
Yes.
You cannot have a woman being in the mosque roaming around without hijab.
Where is the woman?
Are you making it easy to lower your gaze?
Where is the
How
woman?
are you going to lower your gaze?
Where are the women roaming without hijab?
Just giving you an example.
Don't give me example. Let's stick with the reality. Don't give me example. Brother, if the masjid have sisters with hijab,
yes, then you have
Don't-
to tell the women, then you have to tell sisters, please, when you come to the mosque with proper hijab. Yes, exactly. If they don't follow that, and there's no way, you have no law, you have no enforcement mechanism to do that, then the only way to do it is create separation. So you cannot look at them. Right?
no,
This is implementing the rule of Islam.
No.
I'm not saying this is
Brother.
this is the way of implementation. Why do we have legislation in Congress? Because we are implementing a law. In order to implement the law of Islam, you have to take some steps in current day. In current days, you cannot have a command where men and women are mixing their hands for wudu. You know some people are going to touch. They are not all Sahabi, they are not the level of Sahabi and Sahabiya.
brother,
Do you think you will have a pond and everybody is mixing their hands? Do you know teenagers and teenager girls? Do you think they'll be just
yeah, what's wrong with that?
No.
What do you mean no?
So that means you're saying the extreme najib is halal, right?
I didn't say that. Brother, what do you mix? Can you hand the mic to somebody else? Your argument is not going nowhere here. Please. Yeah, Jazakallah khair. No. It's okay. It's okay. خلينا. لا خلينا. Go ahead. Next question.
What Sheikh presented in the Hadith, Quran, okay? He said, if you want to listen, you said, we need to teach our teenagers, okay? That is the best way what Sheikh was saying to teach the teenagers, okay? If we don't tell them, it is okay to go to the pond where you can do what you not touch. How would they know?
Yeah. If you don't teach, what are you going to
If
do?
we don't tell our teenagers, this is Quran, this is Sunnah, how are they going to learn? By telling us, no, they separate because we may touch each other. How is that? That is the thing. We are not teaching them Quran and Sunnah.
No, yeah, brother. We didn't do
that.
No, we didn't say that, yeah.
We're not asking that. We're saying
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Can I ask a question? Or you don't want to continue?
No. What is the ruling on mixed gathering? We said that this is a question coming from online. The mixed gathering, it depends what kind of gathering. Remember we mentioned 3 points? One of them the event, one of them the time, one of them the place. One of them the place. And by the way, brothers, this is the teaching of Islam. You cannot just skip over the Quran and the Sunnah and come up with something that doesn't exist. We don't start assuming, there are 2 sisters not wearing hijab. You put protection on all of them? Is this justice? Is this solution? Then, how do we deal with sisters that are not wearing hijab? ادعو إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة. Wallahi al-Azim, my brothers and sisters, you are listening to me. There was a lady. She came to one of the masajid. Unfortunately, she was wearing a short close to her knee. Wallahi, she wants to take the shahada. They said she cannot enter the masjid. She didn't take the shahada. She never came back. She said, okay, I'm going to go come back. She never came back. What is the hikmah and maw'id al-hasan? Sisters are not wearing hijab. You prevent them from masjid. I'm asking you to show me one ayah, one hadith to stop a sister that's not wearing hijab to come to the masjid. Show me one. So you are legislating. See, you was legislating. Don't legislate. Here is the legislation we have. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم. Today I've completed the deen for you. Deen is complete. Let's practice. It's not assume. What if this? What if that? What if that? No, brother. This is the reality. There are sisters wearing hijab. What's your problem? If the Hisses are not wearing hijab, what are we going to do with them? Put partition or talk to them about hijab? Encourage them about hijab. Which way? Show me what the partition is the solution for those who are not wearing hijab. Where is it in Quran and Sunnah? That's how we get lost. We suggest stuff that's substitute Quran and Sunnah. This is Rasulullah. Oh, you're thinking in this time in modern age? Yes, brother, why not? So Quran is only good in time of Rasulullah? Sunnah is only good in time of Rasulullah? Is that good today? Quran is no longer effective? So brother, you have these challenges because we're not practicing Quran and Sunnah. These are the best generation. And this is how they were dealing. The intermingling or the gathering, the mixed gathering, it depends what kind of mixed gathering. There is a mixed gathering that, for example, there is a meeting. What's haram about a meeting that there is man and woman in that meeting? Show me where it is haram. You say that we're just calling for Quran and Sunnah. Show me where it is haram. Haram gathering where there is a lot of interaction that is haram itself. Like this gathering, this is a gathering. Is this haram gathering? Isn't it a mixed gathering? Or they have tables and there are brothers who join and there are sisters on this side and that side and it's all mixed. What's haram about it when everybody is lowering their gaze, practicing? We better have the sisters sit in one side, the brothers sit in one side. Why? Because they feel very comfortable. They interact and joke with each other and get to know one another better. We, the men, will be talking about, sports. We'll have fun. We are more relaxed with our men alone. Now, when the women are done, then we're sitting here, cannot move, cannot talk. Sisters the same way, just sitting like this. Put the sisters together to get to know. I want my wife to know your wife. And I want my daughter to know your daughter. But if we're sitting in a way that we cannot interact, then it defeats the purpose. Yes, sister, in this question, yes, it depends what kind of gathering. If it is gathering for seeking knowledge, if it is a seminar, if it is a workshop, what's haram about that? Anybody says haram, need to bring us the Quran and Sunnah. When we pass Quran and Sunnah, we think our opinions can solve the problem. That's a real issue. When you think your opinion, your suggestions are better than what Quran and Sunnah have given us, we're going to have some serious problems.
لحظة.
Can a brother stop a sister from entering the Salah area where only men are praying? Has no right to stop her. Have no right. Rasulullah give them place where they pray. Never heard one woman who stopped praying. Rasulullah was Sahaba. Now they have their own area where they enter, fine. But to stop a sister from entering the Musalla where the men are praying, I would like to learn. I'm not claiming that I know it all. Please educate me. Show me that you can stop a woman from entering the Musalla where the men pray. Show me one, even weak hadith I will take. It doesn't exist. I have no right to stop that woman. Rasulullah said, do not prevent the women, servants of Allah, the houses of Allah. Now you go and you prevent her. Now, what are we looking at? You obeying the command of Rasulullah or doing the opposite of what he said? He said, do not prevent. Here is the wife of Umar ibn Khattab saying, the only thing can stop him from stopping me or prevent him from stopping me is that Rasulullah said, do not stop. She used to go for Subh and for Isha in Jama'ah. SubhanAllah, we got so lost, we think we can practice better than the time of others. This musibah that we created is what causing problem. It should be very normal when a sister come and join us, start praying. Now it's not normal. We caused that to be abnormal. It should be very normal. Alhamdulillah, other sisters there, lower my gaze, come and do my salat. Should be like that. We make it very abnormal. That's why we did.
There was a question from Sheikh Islam.
Sheikhs don't ask.
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh Saeed, mashallah. It's a very informative and also courageous, bold presentation, mashallah. And we appreciate the hard work you put into it. to present it to us. Alhamdulillah. So my question is coming specifically to this question because I have a vested interest. I'm coming, my daughters come with me to the masjid. So they're coming with their friends. Sometimes they're not wearing hijab. Sometimes they're like in their teenage and some a little bit younger. So what is the right environment, like you mentioned, hikmah, so that we teach them the etiquettes of the masjid, but also don't scare them away from the masjid? Like right now, they're probably walking around the whole campus, but I'm happy that they're at least with us inside the parking lot, as opposed to being partying with they're in middle school, they're already doing drugs and all kinds of stuff. So I'm happy that they're here at least, alhamdulillah. So my question is, especially for sisters, and for young girls who are, let's say, from 10 to 14-ish, how do we incorporate the right practices, but also keep them connected and also involved in the masjid? Because this is what they love. They're the ones who, I think it's not just me, most parents, is their kids who say, let's go to the masjid, let's go to the masjid. And so how do we keep that? Alhamdulillah, I'm very thankful that they have that connection to the masjid. How do we maintain that and grow that and also teach them the proper etiquette?
SubhanAllah. This is what Islam, subhanAllah al-Azim, is different from any other teaching or any other faith or any other religion. Always Islam encourages you. Islam never imposes anything on you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, this is the Quran, it was revealed. Those who won't choose to believe in it, believe. Those who don't want to believe in the Quran and reject it, go ahead. And Rasulullah Allah used to tell the Prophet وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ فَإِن تَوَلَّيْتُمْ فَإِنَّمَا عَلَى رَسُولِنَا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ. If you choose to reject the message, what's left for the messenger to do? Rahmatullah. Al-Balagh al-Mubin, to convey the message. He's not going to impose it. He's not going to force the people to practice. There was one narration, which is, I think, it's not authentic, but the wisdom behind it. A man used to drink alcohol, khamr, and he was told, Rasulullah, he will not be happy to see you drinking. Then, so next time he said, well, you know what, I used to drink this much, then I will make him happy. Then he would come and give him salam, smile with him and talk to him. Then he say, no, he still treat me nicely and give me salam and, acknowledge me. Or next time, why don't I give him some good news? I said, I cut my drinking to 1/4 of my drinking. I don't drink that much. Next time he said, I'll make him even happy. I only drink half of what I used to drink. Like a week or two later, he said, I'm not drinking much, like this much a day. Why don't I make him happy and look at the interaction and tell him that I quit? See? By your actions towards the person you want to advise or guide, your actions are very important. Either you'll make them choose the right way, or you'll force them to go the wrong way. Why? وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُ اتَّقِ اللَّهِ أَخَذَتْهُ الْعِزَّةُ بِالْإِثْمِ. There are some people, when you tell them, fear Allah, they take pride in the sin. They want to boast about it. But Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam give us clear command. Look at the hadith of Anas bin Malik, another hadith of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. It's in Bukhari and Muslim. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم يسروا ولا تعسروا بشروا ولا تنفروا. Be the ease makers, don't be difficult ease makers. Be the ones that invite the people closer, don't be the ones that run the people away. When I go to these teenagers and I'm very harsh and rude to them, am I bringing them closer or I'm going to run them away? Now, we live in the United States, we live in America. Which the best environment for our kids? Besides the masjid. Can you name any place? The masjid is the best. After our homes is the masjid. Or subhanAllah, in home when they have their own rooms, you don't know what they're watching. In your own house, in the masjid, they are without their peers. They are watching each other. They cannot do but much. We have to keep in mind how we treat the masjid. As in Sahih Muslim, all of you know the man, the Bedouin, non-Muslim, he saw 4 walls shaded with the branches of the palm trees. Looks very nice and cool. He goes there and urinated. And that's the masjid of Rasulullah. What do you think will happen to this man? He urinated in the masjid of Rasulullah. Then Sahaba stood up, they want to punish him for that. And Rasulullah was very upset. He was very upset. One narration he said, do not interrupt him, let him finish. Wow, what are you? You cannot do this. It's only him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The highest of the moral standard. That's only him can do it. He did not tell the man anything. He looked at the Sahaba standing up on the Prophet and said, what is this? Leave him alone. Let him finish. Go get me a bucket of water. Then he bring him the bucket of water. He didn't tell the man a single word. He went to the place where he urinated. He poured the water and said, no, now it's clean. Keep in mind, فَإِنَّمَا بُعِدْتُمْ مُيَسِّرِينَ وَلَمْ تُبْعَثُوا مُعَسِّرِينَ. You were sent as ease makers, not difficult ease makers. So these brothers who think they're going to make it difficult, to make it strict. No, you're running the people away. Make the people love the machine. Make the people attend the machine. Now let me draw you this contrast. A sister that is not wearing hijab doesn't come to the masjid. A sister is not wearing hijab and comes to the masjid. And you smile. You see the coming. Which one is better? Allah Ta'ala. She common sense. She is not wearing hijab, she's coming to masjid. She's not wearing hijab, she's not coming to masjid. Now the one who's coming to masjid, slowly and gradually, what Allah said in the Quran, Inna salata tanha, Allahu Akbar, anil fahsha'i wal munkar. She's not wearing, is it munkar? Yes. Let her come and pray. Slowly and gradually. Brothers and sisters, we grow in faith. We mature in iman. Now, let me ask you, for your son and your daughter, do they understand Allah the way you understand? No, they don't. Do they see the salat, the importance of salat, like me and you we do? No, they don't. Remember, go back and see how did you feel about salat. How did you feel about it when you were 13, 14? Did you take it seriously? No. Why do you want your teenager to feel about akhirah, feel about salah, same way like you feel it now when you are 50 or 60? It's not right. You don't see it that way. We mature in faith, all of us. Some of them were listening to music. All of a sudden, come a time, we're like, man, that's nonsense. On their own. Wallahi, and Allah is my witness, so many of our sisters, who were not wearing hijab, never were told hijab when I was in Arlington. I have more than 350 attend our youth halaqah. We did not finish the first year, not a single one without hijab. Guess what? We start doing hijab party. She's wearing hijab, she invited the rest of them. The other one's like, wow, that was good. MashaAllah, everybody's happy, the parents are happy, let me do it. On their own. All of them were wearing hijab at the end. But if you start embarrassing the person and approaching it in a way that is not Islamic, it's not going to work. Yeah, this is the best way. Let them be in the environment where the hijab is practiced. When she see another girl of her age wearing hijab, alhamdulillah, if I wear hijab, I'm not the only one. Look how many. If I go to school, I'm not the only one. Look how many. And Allah is my witness. I am in the house of Allah. My daughter Fatima, wallahi, I never told them to wear hijab. And she wore the hijab before she reached the age of puberty on her own. And I even told her, you may want to think about it because you're still young and the pressure in school, wallahi al-adim. I was trying to tell her, wait, maybe next year. She put it on her own. Yallah. I didn't sit with her, give her lecture. I did not impose it on her. She did it on her own until today. Allahu Akbar, wallahi al-adim. So many of her friends, because they go together, they spend time together, hijab and non-hijabi together. Wallahi, most of them now wear hijab. Alhamdulillah. Why? Because Rasulullah said, don't be among those who run the people. There's a sister coming to the masjid. This sister never prayed in her life. And she meet a brother at the door of masjid and kick her out. Is this Islam that I'm coming to practice? Is this my deen I'm coming back to? First person I meet at the door shows me, is this my religion? So what are you doing? Who told you to play it tough? Who told you? You're tougher than Rasulullah. You're stricter than Rasulullah. What is this? What are we doing? So we have to come back. This is the Quran. This is the Sunnah. Like my brother was suggesting, how can we accommodate our sisters? Sister said, Allah Shaykh, like quotation like that, we would like some sisters who don't want, they're going to sit on the side, but others who want to see and give you questions and see when we teach how to make sujood. You want to see how we do it. And upstairs we have screen. Some sisters want to sit upstairs, they have kids. Perfect. But how can we come with the way, other than the way of Rasulullah, thinking we came up with a solution? How many problems happened during the time of Rasulullah that we know of? Does anybody know any problem happened between Sahabi and Sahabiya? Zero. None. In time of Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, all the Sahaba, Ali, all of them. Do you know if any major incident happened? Why? Because it was common practice. What's the big deal? There's a sister here. We created that atmosphere that, oh, what are you doing here? Brother, what's wrong? What are you doing? What's wrong? You just walk outside and you go to any place. There's a bunch of women now wearing hijab. And all of a sudden you don't mind, you're okay, you're relaxed. You come to the masjid and all of a sudden you are very tense and want to ready to attack. What is this? Do the same thing outside and do it here. Wallahi al-Adim, I respect you. Do it outside, do it here. You do it outside, you go to jail. I'm not going to see you when you come home. See, what is this? And do you know how many slides I have in this? Almost 150. That shows you how much. Most of the hadith you've seen is in Bukhari and Muslim. Do you think somebody's going to come and have something other, the opposite of what we have here? And this has to stop and share with others. When I finish it and fix it real good, we can make it in a small booklet. Share it with others. Say, brother, what are you doing? You're trying to act like you are better than Rasulullah, Sahaba, Tabi'een, and Khulafa al-Rashidin. And we're not coming here to say, brother, do whatever. Sister, mashallah, you can be left alone there and go in that room. No, we're not saying that. We're saying, let's practice Islam. My sisters are sitting there. Now, we finish our salah. Alhamdulillah, we're leaving. We say, Salaam alaikum, sister. We meet sister going to Salaam alaikum. Wallahi, you will see the change will happen in the society. And remember when I told you there is a sister with her daughter somewhere, you pass by them, say, Salaam alaikum. Say it loud. No, say it loud. Salaam alaikum, sister. If she doesn't answer you, alhamdulillah, guess what? She feels good. She feels secure. There is a Muslim brother. Same thing with the sister. If you see a brother around, say, Salaam alaikum, my brother. Let me add this hadith. You'll find this hadith in Bukhari and Muslim. Rasulullah said, by Allah, لن تدخلوا الجنة حتى تؤمنوا ولن تؤمنوا حتى تحابوا ألا أدلكم عن شيء إن فعلتموه تحاببتم يا الله أفشوا السلام. Rasulullah said, by Allah, you will not enter Jannah until you firmly believe. You will not enter Jannah until you firmly believe. You will not firmly believe until you love one another. Shall I tell you about something? If you practice, he didn't say man alone. If you practice, you will love one another. You know what was that thing? Say salam to one another. We are stopping ourselves from going to Jannah. Say salam, salam alaikum, alaikum salam, salam, salam alaikum. If we say salam, we love one another. If we love one another, we establish iman. We establish iman, we enter Jannah. And look up this hadith in Bukhari. Very clear. Salam is one of the qualities of this ummah. In a way, the salam is a way for us to Jannah. He did not say, let the man say salam to the man and woman only woman. No, say salam. Afshu salam. Spread salam. Any more? Oh no, you're getting tough. Almost 10 o'clock. We did not finish this, and the last part of it is a woman in the masjid. And you can see, look, as the first hadith, look what is that hadith? It says, Sahih Muslim. Yeah, see, as you go on. Muwatta al-Imam Malik, Sahih al-Bukhari, Sunan Abu Dawud, Sahih al-Bukhari, all of this hadith. And I promise you, inshallah, I know it's too much for you, but at least it's better than me saying them like this. You try to follow with me. At least when you can see this is better. And when I finish with it, you think I did a good job with the PowerPoint? Yeah. You're a big fan of mine. He's of my fan. It's a lot more work on me. Allah, he was just taking and dropping slides and going to the next slide. Jazakallah khair, my brother. So if you have any questions, sisters, and I'll make it available to all of you brothers, to all of you sisters, inshallah, we'll have it available for you. And why do we think, last night I would like to conclude with, why do we assume we the men, we are superior in the practice of the deen, and always low practice and less practice will be with the sisters? I don't understand this. Rasulullah was taking Sahabiyah to the war. Did you see the hadith in Bukhari and Muslim? He gave them one of the tough duties to attend to the one that, you know what she said, Sulaim? She said, we used to take the shaheeds back to Medina. See how he prepared the Sahabiyah? Take the dead Sahaba and Sahaba who are shaheed. He'd take them back to Medina. How do you do that? How he prepared them, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Come and attend in Salat al-Subh, Salat al-Jama'ah, Salat al-Isha in Jama'ah. When we create that environment, we don't have a problem. My son knows how to behave around the girls. My daughter knows how to behave around the boys. So if my daughter is somewhere, she knows what to do. When my son goes somewhere, know what to do. We bring him here, put restriction. And when he goes somewhere, they get lost. And I will conclude with this. Sheikh, Islam, Jazallah khair, he knows. Wallahi, brothers and sisters, ask any imam who's been as an imam 5 years and up. Tell them to tell you stories about teenagers that went the wrong way. And be ready to dye your hair because it's going to turn gray. When you have a teenager wearing the cross in his neck. Why? Because his girlfriend, she's Christian. And the only one she can stay with him if he converts. And he did that. I can tell you stories, and we get involved in this. Now, how did he do that? If his Islam was good, if he was going to the masjid, was he going to be meeting that girl? If he was around the masjid, was he going to be doing anything like that? If he was with the brothers and sisters here, and the mothers and ammis, we are the family here. Would he be facing what he's facing right now? That's not one example. Countless examples from the boys and the girls. And the girls who left the house and they ran away with the non-Muslim. Teen pregnancy. Teens that are pregnant. Do you think Muslims don't have that problem? We need to wake up, my brothers and sisters. We come to the masjid, we think we don't have those problems. Drug problems. Ask the imams. Get called 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? The family, their son was arrested. Why? They go see why he was arrested. Then the imam have to go to the police precinct and see what's happening. Because they will allow us as clergy, they will let you. They talk to you, sometimes they tell you, this is what happened. Serious crimes, serious problems, serious challenges. Alhamdulillah. Compared to the other religions, other faiths, we have the least problems. Should even do better, alhamdulillah. So we have those problems. They are here. When you see the young ones, especially the young ones who are, alhamdulillah, not wearing hijab, those who want to give salam, wallahi al-azim, oh, Ammi, they're not mad at me. And you know they're welcome. They're loved. They're supported. Next time, wallahi, they wear hijab. The young ones, this is the practice. We have our sister over there, mashallah. She's sitting in the back. Right? Have I ever said anything wrong to you, sister? How was my interaction with you whenever I pass by you? Yeah, see? Alhamdulillah, this is our sister. She wants to be here. I'll come and say, sister, are you okay? Everything is fine? Are you happy? She said, yes. Let me know if you need anything. There she is. She can bear a witness. Why? Why would you bother her? So what is she doing? She is in the masjid, wants to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is she doing anything wrong? She has every right to be there and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She's on her own and she keeps doing her ibadah and her dua. Leave her alone. As simple as that. So inshallah, dealing with our teenagers, let's show them support. Let's show them love. You know what Allah said in the Quran? Ya Shaykh Islam, remember this ayah. كَذَلِكَ كُنْتُمْ مِنْ قَبْلُ فَمَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ. That's how you were before until Allah bestowed His blessing on you. I was born like this, Shaykh. Huh? I was born, you don't want to know about my teenage time. When you look at me when I was a teenager, my kids are angels compared to me. And that's the truth. We used to go look for troubles. Wallahi, now I remember what teenage. The brain is limited. The way of thinking. Priorities are different. Why you want your son and daughter to think like you at this age? That is wrong. Even in the deen, they don't understand the importance of salat like me and you. No, they don't. Don't expect them to know. They're very limited. They will grow in faith. Look, as we were getting older and getting closer, alhamdulillah, now we start realizing how important is salat, our iman, how we want it to be better. Give them a chance. Give them a chance, they will be better than us. So there is no more question, inshallah. We'll stop it here again. I did not finish the last one. It's about women in the masjid, which is another part of it, inshallah. Hopefully, inshallah, we'll continue in the present. This is a very long video. It will be, inshallah, cut into pieces. We have the engineers here, the photographers. They will cut it into pieces and will be published, inshallah. The next portion of it, I will finish it in another halaqah. So that way we have the complete, alhamdulillah, lecture about it. So the last part will be about women in the masjid. The second one is, can the man looking at the woman? The third one is woman looking at man, then shaking hands with the brother I was going to talk to him. So this is to complete everything that's got to do between man and woman, all of it from Quran and Sunnah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.